So in Rise crossover, there is a nice balance, and that balance in a recent update has been broken. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when they released the beautiful JoJo Island and the Chainsaw Man Island. Now, what was broken in this balance was the balance between weapons and shadows. Now, if you don't obviously clearly remember, in a side of the anime that this whole game is based around, the shadows were usually the strongest main part of Sung Jin-woo's, his main build. But what didn't make sense is Sung Jin-woo is the strongest, obviously more strong than his shadows. That's the reason he can rise them. So why don't you make player the strongest and not just the pets that the player has? So they recently added weapons that far exceed, I got a horrible enchant on this because I went gambling and lost the best thing I had. That's my bad. But they made these weapons, not only, they're just unridiculously broke. They're so broken, but as you saw, this one just has an enchant and it very much exceeds what any good shadow can get. So this G rank Gucci is going to far exceed this massive buff, or he obviously can't beat Whittle Guy right here. Whittle Guy outpaces anyone. And also, as a quick note, I'm working on a guild. Please, I beg you, join my Discord server, bro. Please, I'm trying to grow a guild. We got dungeon announcements. If you're not already in the main Discord server, I know their server's full. We announce the dungeon every single time there's a new one. It'll be amazing if you join, totally. I'm not lonely or anything. Just make sure you join the Discord server. That'll be linked on the pinned comment. But he doesn't even come close to a fraction of what this weapon can do. And it's so broken. And today I'm going to be showing you not only this weapon, how to get it the most optimal way, I would say, to farm money on when you're starting off an account, but what you should do to just make your pacing even better. So first, let's talk about the Reaper Scythe. This is going to be the weapon referring to. So the Reaper Scythe is going to have a beautiful cost of $1.33 trillion for each one. Now, this is only going to buy you just the E rank one. And no, you got to craft all the way up to an SS one to make the S. Never mind. Hold on. One more S, baby. Okay, never mind. Now we'll do it. Okay. We got 1S, 2S, 3S. Holy crap, this thing's base damage is insane. Okay, so everything in this video is definitely still correct, the information, but Hoopsie me didn't get it out fast enough and the game updated, so now the best weapons definitely are not this one, it's this one. So yeah, just imagine this being this to really get the most overpowered ability possible. But so the Reaper's Scythe, this thing, dude, if you want to get the SS one, it's gonna cost in total almost $1 quintillion. Not the QA, the QI, the thing that comes after QA, 1,000 QI. That sucks. But it is literally going to be the most expensive weapon in the game. It takes forever to grind. It took me I think a week of just literally nonstop AFKing to get this thing. But it's totally worth it though. If you want to keep playing this game, this is just base progression. You're going to have to get this. Now, obviously, there's some things I could have done for sure that would have made it faster. They've added potions. If you want to come over to shop and go to boost, you can get potions, and you can also get game passes from the giveaway that I'm hosting on this video, which I'll have information at the end of this. But this is genuinely going to be one of the most overpowered things you can get in the game. Now, there are going to be things making it more broken, if you can manage to get sharpness or the Vorpal enchant on it. And if you don't know what any of those do, sharpness is going to increase its damage by, I think it just adds 100% more damage or per tier of sharpness you have on it. And then Vorpal, things like that are going to additionally add on, it's pretty much like critical strike. So you have a chance to deal critical damage, which I think is just 2x the damage. So if I have a 5 quadrillion DPS on my weapon, then I'm going to deal 10 quadrillion. And then there's also things this was proven, if you use the auto click game pass, you literally deal 2 to 3x the damage. So if you're AFKing and you use that, makes your life way faster. And I'll have a video at the end of this video and up in the top right corner right now if you want to click over to it. It is the genuine full rundown of the money system in this entire game, how genuinely everything works and what you need to know if you're trying to make this not take an entire. So, but for a quick rundown though. So money in this game comes from obviously killing mobs, and you can get gems from just instead of a rise destroying them. But so money's going to come from killing mobs, and every mob has a set base value depending on its zone and its difficulty. The higher the rank, obviously, the more you get. So these Daix are the I think the 3rd tier. You go further down, you'll run into long leans. Then you get to the highest one, which I think is no, it's not them. It's the highest one is this guy up here. So it's just going to progressively get more and more. And there's more that matters than just killing them. If you kill them once, yeah, you got the money from it, but you can't kill them again unless they respawn in. And there's a whole mechanic system behind this and how to optimize it that once again will be in that video if you didn't already click over to it, or if you want to wait till the end of this video on all a higher rundown to it. Just stick to the areas though that you can most efficiently farm mobs and brutes. That's what the whole video explained. But here's a quick breakdown of the cost of everything. So if you are wanting to get the base one, the E rank one, it is going to cost you the $1.33 quadrillion. Now, if you're wanting to get the D rank one, which is just going to be the step up, the D rank one is going to cost $3.99 quadrillion, or it's pretty much $4 quadrillion. Then if you want to get this rank one, now the C rank one is going to be 3 Ds, 1 D, 3 A's. So you're going to do 3 E rank ones. This is going to be around $12 quadrillion. Now, if you want to do a B rank, once again, each ranking requires 3 of the previous to craft. So if you want 1 D rank one, you're going to need 3 E ones. If you want 1 C one, you're going to need 3 D ones, and then so on. Now, the B rank one is going to cost around $35 quadrillion, almost 36, practically $36 quadrillion. And the A rank one is going to cost $107 to about $108 quadrillion. Now, this is when it starts to literally just triple. Now, if you were wanting to get the S rank one, not even the best one, just the S rank one, this is going to be $323 quadrillion. This is forever, bro. This took me ages to get. But the good thing about it is if you can continuously enchant it, they added the Inferno dungeon. I also once again have a full rundown of that. Look right here, top right corner. Full rundown of the Inferno dungeon. You can make so much powder dust off this. This is what took me. This probably won't actually take you a week to do. But this is what took me a week. Is that this didn't exist. The only real way you could get powder was by the AFK reward. So I'd have to go in the AFK reward, AFK for another like hour or like another few hours or so to get enough dust just to fail the gambling of enchanting my weapon until eventually you get enough to where you can do like 2 or 3 shot and then solo the brutes over there. That's what took the longest. And then the S ranks though, but now if you want to get the SS rank one, it's going to be 3 S ranks. Now this is going to be just about shy of $1 quintillion just to get like proof. Boom, look at that, $1.14 quintillion. So here's the best way to really grind the money though. Once again, make sure you watch that video. You need to farm with groups if you can. If you can't solo the thing in under like 2 to 3 seconds, if you can't solo it, farm with a group. Make sure you get game passes if you can, since the ticket systems allow you to get game passes for ticket instead of buying them, or you can just wait till the giveaway at the end of the video. And if you are grinding singular NPCs, try to get mounts to like oof, dead, oof, dead, oof, dead, and just run back and forth to kill them like that. Now, none of these are once again going to be direct pay to win, since those are spawned in event tickets. You can buy ticket or win the giveaways, you know. But now we're going to talk what actually makes your weapon really powered. Now, this weapon though is really only going to deal a few hundred trillion, I think, at base, unless you enchant it. So if you don't know how to enchant, we're going to come on over to leveling city, one down here. So the enchant. So what we're going to look at is if you want to come over to the solo leveling or city, you're going to come over to this enchant right here. This is also, if you didn't know, where you're going to upgrade. So if I'm like, oh, I have these 2 D rank ones, boom, now I have one of those, but at D rank, that's how that works. If you didn't know, that's how you're going to upgrade them. But the enchanters, so I'm going to select like whichever one I want to enchant, and then I'm going to gamble away all my hard-earned powdered dust to get an enchant. Now, if you do want to figure this out, you can look at these enchants right here. So the best hypothetical situation would be as if you had every single one of these to the max level. But what we're going to look at is the most needed. Most needed is going to be sharp. That's the only thing that makes this weapon good. Like, is the fact you can get sharpness on it and get your DPS into the quadrillions. Without this, you can't. So sharpness is a must-have on your weapon once you've had it and you're like settling right. Now, the next thing that is probably going to be on the list is if you can get Vorpal or critical strike. So I would say if you can get any sharpness above V and also Vorpal at the same time. So what's going to happen is, once again, you're going to gamble away all your hard-earned powder. I don't have any. I already gambled it away. You can have a slight chance of getting multiple powder or multiple enchants on that one roll. So if you can get lucky enough to get both Vorpal and sharpness, only if the sharpness exceeds level 5 or V, then that's going to make it worth it. If not, it's not even, the critical strike isn't really going to make up for it, and you need to get a better sharp. Now, if you can also somehow manage to get loot, and then if you can't get sharpness or it's not necessary, like if you're a mid-level player and you're just trying to get loot, try to get something like loot aspect or looting. This will allow you to, once again, just get more loot, especially loot aspect allows you to get, literally just allows you to get more dust when as a dropped item. Yeah, your weapon is, or not Vorpal aspect, there's Vorpal aspect, the loot aspect, your weapon is too lucky, that'll drop more dust. Now, Vorpal aspect, this is so broken. Your weapon is too fast. It's so fast that it will hit a second time. This doesn't make sense, but you're going to get 2 shots now. Pretty much what this means now is you get instantly it just means it's a fancy way of saying double the damage. I don't really think there's even a double hitting animation. This just means double the damage. Now, sharpness does increase your weapon by 100%, so pretty much doubles it. Now, if you can get, though, say sharpness and Vorpal, so what, or sharpness and Vorpal aspect. So Vorpal aspect is like a guarantee of Vorpal. So Vorpal critical strikes is doubling your damage, but if you can get Vorpal aspect, that means you're always doing a critical strike. So if you can get Vorpal aspect, well, that's going to be the highest tier of gambling, is if you can get that as well. Now, sharpness obviously is the best bare minimum, but if you're really a pro player and you can, try to get sharpness and Vorpal aspect at the bare minimum if you're trying to deck out a weapon. But anyways, once you have fully decked out your weapon, this is going to carry you through raid.